Hello, is that better? I've been told my mic ain't working. Yep, cool. Thank you. Yeah, we are here. That's nice. As I was saying, when I wasn't actually talking, is that the offset strat is going to be massive here, as we have a caution in turn 3. Alpine off track, he's getting back going. Hopefully we will find that out a bit later on what's happened there. But yeah, for now, the AlphaTauri getting in a spicy scenario with the Alfa Romeo. It's going to go three wide. Who's going to succeed? And the Alfa Romeo kind of loses out. And the Aston Martin's going for it. What a race we have on our hands here today, folks. And yeah, the Aston Martin just settles in for P7. As the other Aston tries looking at the other Alpha down for P11. But yeah, clearly we can't get enough of the competition today. But yeah, more or less, great racing, great racing. And the Alfa Romeo's gone off. What has happened there? They have just gone south. We saw this yesterday and Saturday too. The Alfa Romeo's races went from good to bad to worse. And yeah, we are beginning to see it here. They went from mediocre to bad. And yeah, the Williams flies past the AlphaTauri. And there's the three leaders all coming at each other. With the softs now starting to chip through in terms of the Williams of Han. And for now, we are waiting. And it's going to be wheel to wheel. No contact. Lovely does it. Soon finishing Hart will be caught on by the leaders and will have to move aside due to blue flags. But either way, we now go to Maverse. And yeah, he's just sitting there behind the Merc, waiting for a mistake so he can pounce. But yeah, there's the AlphaTauri. What can he do? He's just sitting in the background like he kind of has been doing since the VSC. And blue flags now for the Alpine. Will he shift out of the way? Or will he be penalised for disobeying blue flags? He's, yeah, still going. He's now pulled aside for the leader. But little does he know, he will have to drop to about P8 in the next few laps. But yeah, as he's ghosting, it doesn't impact racing. Therefore, not much of a deal. But yeah, as you see, lap 12 or 36 at the moment, the offset strat's going to be massive. Some people have pitted early for hards, some people are going on hards to go as long as they can in hopes for a safety car. And maybe then allow them to swap compounds, as 2 compounds are required here. But yeah, at the moment, I think this is going to be a very spicy race for the win. And yeah, the top 6 all within, I believe, 3 seconds. But yeah, more or less, it's going to go down to the wire, a bit like yesterday, off my knowledge of it. And there goes the, what's it called, Williams, my bad. Yeah, lovely does it. All just like a snake going through the first 3 corners. Makes this a really beautiful circuit, nice and flowing. But yeah, regardless of that, the Ferrari goes down the inside of the Williams. The Williams will have to try and defend on the outside. He gets a somewhat weaker exit, and that allows the Ferrari to finish his job. Now back up to P3. Maverse has disconnected, I believe. And that now, well, by default, DNFs him. this parallels so much with real life F1 purely because of the top three. Red Bull 1-2 and then a Ferrari P3. That's what we saw for like 90% of last year in real life. But yeah, let's see if anything does change in these final 20 or so laps. But yeah, Toro gaining. Kevin and Han having a little squabble. And yeah. Oh, the Williams has had a little moment there. And that will let the Merc now pounce. Which he does so. And the Williams has dropped. Yellow flag sector 1. It's the Alpine again. And now the Williams is off. The Williams is off. He's had to go full lock and spin it back round. And yeah, that's just gone south. Surely it's time to pit for the Williams. Surely. It's going to be very, very frustrating now as he's hit the wall. That's possibly a VSC. And he's beached it. That's the Williams out. The Williams out of this race on lap 14. Or is he? Oh, he's got out and reset. And yeah, now P14 that is. Which is somewhat unfortunate. And the Alfa Romeo's had a moment. I believe that's P12. But yeah, he seems to get back underway now. Which is pleasant. And yeah, just going to follow on for a bit. And yeah, there's another issue in Sector 1. Han now with a 5-second penalty for speeding in pits. It cannot get any worse, and he has just put a nail in his own coffin as he retires from session. Finishing Hart also retires in the pit. Yeah, now we are back with the two Red Bulls as main focus point. As Toro now probably as close as he will ever get to regaining the lead. He now opens his rear wing and he just cruises by. That is what you love to see. Nice and easy. But big question is, as the two Red Bulls are dueling, who will have pit stop priority? I think he'll be the lead driver, or he'll be Sissord if he does want to try and make a jump. But yeah, at the moment, anyone can win. Top 5, all within a second. Surely, they are going to collide soon. The AlphaTauri getting really close to the back end of the Ferrari. And there's a 3-second penalty for Remus Rowe for track limits. And the McLaren has just left the pits in front of a Haas. The AlphaTauri again perilously close. And Sissord about half a second off. Going over the detection point, which you see has been hit now. And up the hill they go. Into first corner. And the Ferrari dives in. That saw the hards pitting before the not softs, mediums. But yeah, that's surely possibly hinting to the mediums being the better race tyre if the hards aren't going long. Or it's purely Kevin trying to make the undercut and get the lead here, which would be wise for him sitting P3. But yeah, now Sissord and Toro race up the hill to La Ranja, as they call it. And under braking, Red Bulls playing carefully with one another. Don't want to break either of their toys like two siblings. They do not want to smash each other's toys up at all. And if so, it will be costly for the Red Bull team, based in Austria. But yeah, more or less, we are now about to start lap 18 with all cars in top 4 being split by a second. Will anyone react to the Ferrari who's came in? Sissord hasn't. I don't believe anyone has. But yeah, Toro goes through. I think that maybe team orders looked a bit too simple. But yeah, as far as we know, it was strategy. And now, back into the action. Can we go to, what's it called, gap to leader, just for a few laps? And yeah, if you see, there's an Alpine round. Well, that's caught our eye in the right time. But yeah, there's about 20 to 23 seconds for pit stop here. And it looks like Kevin will ace it and come out leading. Liam now has a penalty for track limits. And it will all unravel now as we enter the final half of the race. Surely someone will react to the Ferrari and find out how far they need to be. But no, they all go by and start final lap. Sissord back past Toro. They're just swapping places like it's NASCAR now. It's just so flowing how they overtake. And yeah, not going to be surprised if this is the way for a while. Van Dijk, fastest lap of the race. Surely now they are going to get concerned how the gap is now 16.9. He is definitely going to be leading once they come in. It's just a matter of fact, will there be a safety car before, or will there be a safety car after? Or will there even be one at all? No one knows. But yeah, it will be a spicy race. And looks like Sissord has pulled away from Toro. One of the biggest gaps we've seen over the past 5 laps between the two Red Bulls. But now that quickly drops in half. And now it's about 4 tenths. Easy. Surely Toro will get it. He looks at the inside, has second thoughts. And now back underway. Now following through. Alfa Romeo pits, Van Dijk sets an even quicker lap. Now they are probably so nervous because now they can see him on their little screen in the top left saying positions, and they will see 14 seconds. If they even look at pit now option, they will see that they will come out lower than P5. So it's a matter of fact, when do they pit and for what advantage? Surely the Ferrari has done something they usually don't do, and that's playing a blinding strategy. And yeah, in comes Giroa in the Haas. Well, not in comes, he's now leaving the pits, and he will be last. And yeah, the AlphaTauri finally comes in. Now we will find out truly how far back they are, with the gap now 12 seconds to the leader. Well, 12.8 to be precise. But with Hughes now coming out, he's easily at least 10 seconds off Van Dijk, who you may want to see in action. Yeah. And Sissord still scrapping away up there. The Mercedes edging closer and closer to the back of the second place Red Bull. As again, that gap increases. And possibly Sissord is now preparing to pit. As, yeah, any time now there will be movement in Ferrari garage. As Sissord is just falling away from Toro in that middle sector now. And yes, Sissel does pit. It was not a fluke at Red Bull. And the Mercedes does do whatever he does. And now Toro's left out to lead by his own. They're surely reacting to Hughes, who's on soft. They also pit for soft, meaning Van Dijk is going to be under harder allocation all the way through this race, which is very interesting to say the least. But yeah. Anyways, I've just read the chat and seen some of my CRL drivers in there, which makes me smile. But anyways, yeah, let's just focus on our job and get it through these next 14-15 laps. And we have returned. And yeah, Van Dijk, as I've said numerous times, leads. And it's by momentous. Or, not momentous, how do I phrase it? Massive advantage. Let's keep it simple. But yeah. Nerves surely getting to Van Dijk, as he only has 13 laps to try and maintain that lead, which is surely going to be chipping down like nothing, as they will work in a bundle to try and get what they've lost. Yeah, it's all coming down now. The race, ever so slightly coming to a close. Van Dijk, probably brilliant drive. At the moment, if I was to give you my drive of the day, it's definitely Sissord or Van Dijk. But still, there's quite a bit to go until I want to make a judgment alongside what the game says. But yeah, it is chaos unravelling. And Sissord seems to be dropping the gap. But is it enough? Is it enough to win the race? Quite frankly, yes, I think so. But then, will any of them 3 drivers you also see on the screen with Hughes Morgan take it? Time will tell you. And down here, the Red Bull lines up a move on the Mercedes, round the outside into turn 1. And he will do it alongside Toro, setting the fastest lap of the race so far, which is really, really surprising regarding how he is kind of playing second best to his teammate here, who pitted a lap or so early. And yeah, we now see Hughes Morgan once more, who we are riding with. But yeah, who will pounce next? Will Hughes Morgan finally go and hunt down for glory and go for second, or will Toro beat him to it and go for third? Or will even Nico's son go and get them all in one go? Anything can happen. now. And the AlphaTauri looks at possibly making a move on the Red Bull. And the Red Bull's going to go down the middle. What a display here. And I think Sissord's going to hold on. Hughes Morgan pushed out wide. And now the Mercedes will jump him. This is all kicking off now. But yeah. And the White Panther now track limits today. Not looking to be a good day for anyone outside of the top 5. So of course, they will all be scoring single digit points if you're aware of the point system. And now, the gap, 4.8 with 10 to go. It's going to be a tall order. They need about half a second a lap in order to win. And Gerard and Remus Rowe have a little incident in turn 4 as he looks to go around the outside in Curva de la Sol, I believe it's called, and then Laranja, he just slots behind and follows through. Yeah. Tissot now lining up to possibly overtake his teammate here. We don't have the best angle, but they are wheel to wheel, I can tell you that, and he's through. Now, his teammate getting a better run on the exit, covers off with the racing line. And again, the gap is still chipping down. They've gained about 6.5 tenths since we last time checked up on them. Meaning surely it will be a run to the line. Remus Rowe now following behind Jaroa, who is on 7 lap old cards. For those in any of the chats, please give your prediction on who will win, as I don't even know myself. It's changing as the laps go by, and as that number ticks down, as Toro overtakes his teammate once more. The Red Bulls having an team war. And yeah, now Sissord sits back to second, Hughes Morgan falls back as Van Dijk laps Mavers, who is also disconnected from this race, meaning Aston Martin will not be scoring through him. Yeah. And now the Merc getting ever so close. Now just gaining as the corners go by. Could he be setting up a massive move on Sissord, who seems to now be struggling on those soft Red Bull tyres? As yeah, his teammate is pulling away like nothing. And now Mavers lined up with the race leaders, or possible race leaders, and they do catch. And yeah, Sissord just manages to have a good enough exit to kind of propel himself away from Nico-san. And now we are running out of time fast for the leaders. They need to get their foot to the floor for Van Dijk to try and protect his lead. And then Toro, Sissord, Nico-san and Hughes Morgan need to put their foot to the floor in order to try and drop that gap. But Hughes Morgan now sitting in the background about 1.5 off. Surely he is now out of the running for the lead. He'll just try and get whatever he can now, as these drivers have drove a stellar race. Stellar race. I'm possibly jumping the gun in doing this, but I'm preparing myself for the post-race interviews, as I don't know who is going to get it, but yeah, there's a Haas who's gone a bit off, and that's Gerard. And yeah, laps as it's now 2.7 between Toro and Kevin Van Dijk. They are putting off miracles there at Red Bull and Mercedes of Nico-san. It was a one-man team today. Yeah, it's just going to have to be done one way or another for Nico-san. He's just sitting in the background. He's not really getting anything done. He's just following the leaders, managing his own pace. And yeah, just kind of dragging himself along, ready to pounce in the very dying phases. And yeah, Hughes Morgan now about 6 seconds off, really showing how the tyres are fed off the cliff, and he's got a track limits penalty as well, which is not pleasant. Is it possible we could see their best laps? But if not doable, don't worry. And yeah, Hughes Morgan now DNFs. He's done some hits. Don't know why, because he was running a brilliant performance for AlphaTauri. That's it now. Toro very, very close to Cecil, and 40 pounds. He's in a really good position to do so. Not going to be surprised if he just sends it soon in desperation. But he's staying composed, just following his teammate. Oh, big snap. Massive snap. That's going to cost him a few temps surely, and possibly cost him a shot at even overtaking for P2. As yeah, the softs, yes, they just seem to be falling off, as the gap in game lap after lap is massively decreasing, as it's now about a 10th gained on that last lap on Van Dijk. Yeah, 5 laps to go. Anything can happen now. Will Van Dijk mess up? Hopefully not. Or will someone else just drop the bottle, smash all over the floor, basically disintegrate the whole race? Nico-san still sitting in the background. Toro's put the foot to the floor, as he's now built to about half a second gap to his teammate behind, and gained about 4 attempts this lap on Kevin, and he has done a better lap than last time by about half a tenth at the end of the middle sector, showing he is pushing, he's doing all he can. Will it be enough now? 4 laps to go, and it looks like it's becoming even more certain that Van Dijk will win today. But who else join him on the podium? Literally, we can have any combo, any order. Only time will tell. Well, this is going to be a very, very tight race now, as we see Liam there following the Alfa Romeo 4P5 here. I don't know why, but I think this could be the race we want to watch over the final few laps. Maybe, as yeah, they haven't had much television time. Also, doesn't look like Toro is catching Van Dijk anymore. Looks like Van Dijk's going to run away a bit, and he'll be down to them 3, 4th, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, which could be crucial for their championships in any order. it's going to be interesting to see if anyone does choose to hop onto softs in the dying few laps and just go for fastest lap, as it isn't off the playing cards yet. It's only just becoming even more important as more rubber's being put on the surface. There's going to be more grip naturally, therefore a softer lap will be a lot quicker, also with about 4 laps left of fuel, meaning we will be rapid and easily capable of smashing the fastest lap of the race. And anyways, Nico-san overtakes Sissel, which we've just missed, and now he will hunt down P2, who is slightly catching the lead. It's now ticking over to the penultimate lap now, as Sissel overtakes Nico-san. This is going to be our new battle for final step of podium, and Toro now 1.5 off. He needs to gain a lot now. It's a tall order, but it's still off on the playing cards. Anything can happen. Will it be though? That's for you guys to stay here and find out. Point of it. I'm not going to chuck my name there. But yeah. Well, Judge, or whatever you want to say, on YouTube has said that he thinks Kevin will win. Honestly, I think so as well, mate. He's driven a stellar race. He's caught the Red Bulls off in terms of strategy, hitting early on the harder compound for mediums, which have really stayed with him over the next like 10 or so laps. And that's now put Toro about 2 seconds off. It's certain that Ferrari will win now, and Sissel is back into DRS of his teammate. Who will it be? Sissel's gaining a ton. Maybe Toro's intentionally backed off to try and aid a Red Bull 2-3, which will massively help him in the standings, as we are in, I believe, the final race of the season being around 20, maybe penultimate race of season. Yeah, the title charge, really, big snap by Sissel. Will Nico-san get the run as a result, or will he just sit back? You can tell the softs are really dying now. They've got no life left in them. But who will get what? Will Sissel go for a very ambitious lunge into the final corner or final braking point, or will he just try and do it with DRS? Or will Nico-san even take it with DRS? But yeah, Sissel's toe is almost non-existent, as he's exceeded 3/4 of a second from his teammate. Nico-san really needs to do it now, as Van Dijk wins, and we quickly switch. And yeah, it will be Red Bull 2-3. Nico-san P4. The White Panther looks to get P5. Unless Liam can do something here, that can be crucial. He's going to get an exit. But yeah, I'm still looking at the map, just waiting for confirmation and results. And yeah, Liam's done it on the line. Liam has done it on the line. What the performance there, as it looks to be Haas P7, Alpine 8, Alfa Romeo 9, and Haas P10. Yeah. In a second, we will join you all in the interview segment. As yeah, after this race, the standings looks very... I'm going to have to get it up on another screen, as I cannot see it on what I am using. But yeah, at the moment... Who's that? I can't read. I really need my glasses, man. It's a reserve driver leading the championship somehow, with 333 points, and now Van Dijk, who should take the lead after that, as he's currently 4 points behind, but that will surely change, with Toro P3, Ferrari teammate P4, another reserve driver P5, and Sissel P6. That will definitely change as the races go by. However, the constructors entering this round sat Ferrari leading and then Red Bull trailing. Surely that gap's going to be split in half. But yeah, anyways, let's see in interviews. See you all there. One sec. Just need to check something. Okay, yeah, I'm now in interviews. Hello, P3 was Sisord. So, Sisord, how are you, first of all?
Well, I'm fine. How about you?
Not bad, thanks. Well, you have to say that was a tight race, but
Yeah, it
yeah,
was.
overall, good drive, more or less. I'm just going to start praising you before I come to the questions. Like, you and your teammate were driving sensationally, but yeah, did you anticipate that result, or was it a shock to you?
No, there was we knew that me and Tora could have finished on the podium. We were aiming for the P1, always P1, P2. So we decided to stay long, but at the end it didn't work out with the softs. They died too fast, but it was a good race nonetheless.
Yeah, well, do you think there should have been some alternations in the strategy? Did it work nicely, or did you have to change it? And if so, why did you end up altering it?
Well, the strategy was fine. We were just me and Tora were pushing too hard. Uh, that's the one problem, because we were trying to catch Kevin as soon as possible. If we would like drive like a bit more carefully, we will probably catch up Kevin nonetheless and fight for P1. But it is what it is.
Yeah, that gap was coming down really quickly, but then I think you two were scrapping quite hard, and that then let your tyres burn out and therefore forfeit it. But
Yeah,
yeah, well, did you enjoy that race first of all?
yeah, I did.
Yeah, I certainly enjoyed it. And anyways, tell us more about it. How did it go?
Well, from the sprint race, uh, it started well. Just driving behind the DRS, mostly using that because on this track is very useful, as it was obviously noticeable on the stream.
Like
And yeah, I think. Hmm?
you were switching places like nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you finish P3, good points for Red Bull, P1, P3, and for the race, just the same thing. Just try to stay longer with the mediums, as I said, and try to take P1 with softs at the end. But yeah,
Yeah. Well, thank you for giving some input on that race. And I'm now going to call over your teammate who came second. Well, Tori, how are you first of all?
I'm fine. What about you?
Again, as I said with Sissel, not bad, thanks. But yeah, well, the place you finished, do you think you could have done better, or do you think that's
Uh,
perfect for you?
yeah, of course. I think that I had a pace for better than P2, but yeah, as Caesar said, we were pushing too much on the softs, and yeah, they died too fast.
Yeah,
So yeah,
I could tell. Like, you were pushing so hard, the gap was going down about 8 tenths a lap, and then it just dissipated all of a sudden, and Van
yeah,
Dijk cruised to a win. But yeah, well, big question. Did you enjoy it? Like,
uh, yeah, I did enjoy. Yeah, of course.
yeah, and then also, how was your fuel level? Did it get close to the edge, or was it
I
just
don't know.
easy?
I think 0.5. I think plus. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that was brilliant then. Didn't have any issues at all. And finally, how did your race go? Did it go everything planned, or did you anticipate the pit stop to have less of a deficit in the long run?
Yeah, I think the race was as planned, but yeah, I was thinking to do medium hards, but I knew it that I won't be that fast to catch Kevin, so yeah, I had to do medium softs, and yeah, P2, it's still a good result for
Yeah.
the team.
Well, anyways, congrats on your P2, and
Thanks.
I'll speak to you soon. Anyways, Kevin, what a drive that was! Absolutely played the Red Bulls and cruised to success. How was it generally?
Yeah, in the beginning it was really hard. They were on mediums and I was on hards, and it was really difficult to overtake them because they could make their cars really wide, so I couldn't overtake them. And I had more pace on the hards because their mediums were dying, but yeah, it was really difficult to get past. So I thought I need to do something different to get a win. Because if I pitted later, because my plan was to go long into the race and pit later, but then I had the same issue again. If I would rejoin, then I had to overtake them again, and that was really difficult. So because I had high wings, so it was really difficult also to regain ERS. I think that's why they were catching so fast because they had ERS. They could charge their ERS in the DRS with the DRS, and I didn't. And I pitted, I think, 5 laps earlier. My mediums in the end were like 55%.
Yeah, I think they had similar level tyre wear due to going very long on the softs, which I was shocked by. I didn't think it'd work initially, but they pulled it off and got P2 and 3. Well, what I'm going to ask is, you commented about not being able to overtake. It was like really difficult due to how the Red Bulls were playing. How do you think you're going to alter that in order to perform better next time out?
Now my my plan was to start in P1, but I spun in the sprint race, so yeah, that was my fault. I hit the curb,
Yeah,
and I had pole, so I had at least a pace to be P1. But yeah, next time I'm
yeah.
don't make mistakes in the sprint.
Well, yeah. Did you anticipate that based off where you started for the main race, or was it a shock when you crossed the line to win?
Uh, it was a bit. I was a bit nervous when they were on the softs, but I think the final 1 or 2 laps when they didn't came in the DRS, I thought, yeah, I had this in the bag.
Yeah, anyways, congrats on that win. And
Thanks.
yeah, let's see if you can convert that next time out.
Yeah.
See you. Well, tell us more about your race. How did it go? Don't know. I'm lost. I think I've asked the questions I need. And yeah,
Yeah, I think.
well, yeah. For you guys in chat, that's been Formula Cryptic, and I'll see you all soon. Unless Martin's going to correct me